Stadium in Columbia, Missouri. There's nothing quite like a great rivalry matchup in college football. The bitterness, the intensity, the lifetime of memories that will come as a result of what we're about to see in this one. It's the South Carolina Gamecocks and the Missouri Tigers. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's say hello to our friend Holly Rowe on the sideline.
Checking in with the Gamecocks head coach before the game, he told me they understand every ranked matchup becomes a measuring stick when you're carrying a top 10 ranking. They got off to a strong start last week, 1-0 on the season, but that doesn't matter. He said, we will be good if we execute each and every game. Keeps talking to the players in the locker room about the sky is the limit for this team, but it will take one game at a time, and he thinks this is the team that can do it. Back to you guys.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. And the Gamecocks ready to kick it away first. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He's tackled, brought down right at the 25-yard line on the return. And he's brought down after a short gain.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
Long way to go on second down. And the first drive ends with a pick. That was not on the opening script of plays. The turnover as the defense makes a play early.
Man, that's not the attempt you wanted to start the game. First pass of the game, interception. Man, this is where you go over the sidelines. You have a good talk with your coach. You settle down. It's not the end of the world. It's one pass, but that is not the start he had in mind today.
Great place to start for this offense. The run inside. It's Reeder. Stopped in his tracks. He got nothing. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Just feeds the running back. He's stopped for no gain again. Back-to-back runs, and they have nothing to show for it except facing a 3rd and long.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
The last 2 runs went headlong into a brick wall. Now 3rd and 10. Takes the handoff. It's Reeder. He works his way inside the 30. They'll mark him down at the 29. It brings up 4th down, and let's see what they do. On 4th down, they could boot the field goal, but looks as if they'll go for it. Needs it here on 4th down. Hauls it in, the 1st down and more. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
And That's 3 touchdowns in 2 games. Just continuing to find the end zone, continuing to make plays. This guy is on pace for a great season. He's put the college football world on notice.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they cover the final 29 yards with that touchdown pass. On the run from inside his own 5. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. Here come the Missouri Tigers. The offense ready to go to work. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Throwing Simmons. Has to let this one go off his back foot. Oh, and he just dropped it. So close to his 2nd interception of the game. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
And I know last possession was really frustrating, especially the result, throwing the interception. But I think bouncing back here and trusting your guy. You're down in this football game. You need to be able to throw. You need to be able to create some explosive plays. He's got to find a way as soon as possible, man, to get back on track.
Drops back. It's Simmons. Fires to the right. And he dropped it. Just didn't look the thing all the way in.
Man, it's fun to watch defense that just, they look so in sync and coordinated. And watching the tape coming into this week's game, you could tell last week this defense was dialed in. They don't give up big plays. They don't give up points. They make you earn everything. Looking like another game like that so far today.
Simmons from the gun on 3rd down. Caught. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down. Offense trying to catch them napping. Looks as if they'll go for it on 4th down. Dragged to the ground, but not before. He's converted the 4th down to keep the drive going. In your own territory, 4th down, no problem at all. They just go for it again.
What about you, Reese? Are you going for that?
Yeah, man. Mizzou coming out with a fresh set of downs. Grabbed behind the line. It's Lanier. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. And the Tigers want to move quickly. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Running inside. It's Smith. Hit and drop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
And a lot of times the fit up front, you know, linebackers are fitting holes and that ball bounces and it's supposed to go somewhere. And sometimes it goes to a DB and the offense will get a W. Like they'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that young fella? I know he likes to cover, but I love the way he comes up and makes the tackle.
It's 3rd and 5. They'll run him again. Looking for a crease. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
And this offense, I don't think this is going to be a surprise. I think the offense is going to stay on the field. You've already seen it once on this drive, and they've already been successful. You know how hard it is to defend when there's an extra down, and they do it over and over again? So I think this offense will continue to stay aggressive like they were on the last 4th down.
They've already converted once on 4th down on this drive. They are unafraid to make everywhere 4-down territory. They'll move the wide receiver. Fourth down, Simmons. Turns it on in midfield. And he's brought down, but he picks up the first down, and the gamble pays off. The Tigers have their offense in high gear.
That's an awesome effort by the receiver there because he didn't have the first down once he caught the pass. He had to be able to make a guy miss. And with his athleticism and skill, he's able to do that. And as a result, fresh set of downs for the offense.
Wide open, he makes the catch. Touchdown, Missouri! He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him. The extra point here would tie the game. And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. They marched 78 yards down the field, and the capper coming on that 48-yard touchdown dart. On the move from inside his 5. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. This drive will open from the 15. Hits inside, it's Reeder. Pickup of 8, it's now 2nd and 2.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
They have set the tone in this one already inside a minute to play in a wild first quarter. He'll get a fresh set of downs stopped at the 31-yard line.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Right side, it's Sellers. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Well, the short passing game is a great go-to for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play. So this can certainly open things up later.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. That's caught. It's Edwards. And he steps out of bounds, and that's going to do it for the first quarter. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. Quick give. It's Reeder. At midfield, he's got room. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just a great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
The Gamecocks pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Right back to the well. Gain of 8 yards on the play. He's too short of the first down.
Hey, And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Looking for a gap, it's Fuller. Couldn't really get started there. Pickup of 1 to the 35.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Third and short here from the 35. Might take a shot here if this is 4-down territory. Takes off. Just what they'd hoped for on 3rd down as they've got a first at the 32.
And they get another first down, and this offense right now, man, it's just death by 1,000 cuts, right? Like, not a lot of big plays, but they're finding ways to continue to move the football to get first downs, and a lot of times, man, the wear-out factor will come. You run a bunch of plays, and this defense can get tired.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Reeder. There he goes. He is wrestled down at the 17-yard line. They've got a first down in the red zone.
And this drive, this offense is really focused on physicality, man. Running the football. Look at right here, right up the gut. Nice play. Nice job just controlling the line of scrimmage, putting a drive together. This offense really doing a good job right now.
Plows through the defense. He'll be forced out of bounds, and they're showing confidence in their running game in the red zone.
And the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, they've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Using his legs, it's Reeder. And he's in, pounded his way in for the score. Touchdown, South Carolina.
This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to take advantage.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So a drive there of 85 yards. And the capper on that drive, the 10-yard touchdown run. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. Missouri's offense heads out ready to go. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. To the back. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Simmons hauls it in. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. Missouri wants to go fast. Making the adjustment. Lined up in the gun, here's Simmons. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Flying out to the left. The 20. Touchdown, Tigers. And they turn it into a defensive score. Looking for the tie with the extra point. And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. On the return, it's Sellers. Almost a little bit more on that return. He's chased out of bounds at the 30 in good starting position for this offense. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. From the gun, it's Reeder. Just broke the tackle and still on his feet. Racing down the left side. The 20, the 10, and he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Gamecocks. What a game he's had. Third touchdown of this one and 5 on the season. Nothing but a vapor trail left behind that guy, and the defense straight to the burn unit.
And, man, that does not feel good. As a defense, you're trying to limit the big plays, keep that guy in front of you. That guy says, wait a minute, I'm way too fast for that. We're going to just need to work on those angles. That's for dang sure.
That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Sees a crease. He's got enough. He's loose. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. Missouri gets to the line quickly.
And how about the running back, man? Rips off a big play. This offense creates some momentum, and what do? They keep their foot on the gas, right back on the football to try to keep this offense rolling.
Out wide right, it's Terry. A big gain as he goes out of bounds on the last play before the 2-minute timeout. That big play flipped the field. Now they go to work from just outside the red zone. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Here's Simmons to throw. Fires to the wideout. Can hold on in the face of the contact.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
They'll need a bunch on second down. Back to throw, it's Simmons. Going for it all. Throw to the end zone, picked off. Trying to take it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Hands it off. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line.
How nice is it as a play caller when you've got a running back as good as this guy, right? I mean, you can just dial up conservative run calls. Nothing has to be too tricky, too fancy. You just know he's going to go make good things happen. Even when it's not blocked properly, he is still finding...
Intercepted! A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Touchdown, Tiger! This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone. Extra point here will tie the game.
How oftentimes can you say that there's a safety who is the most dangerous guy on the field with the ball in his hands? Did you see that guy and his ability in the open field once he picked it off? There was nobody on offense even coming close to getting that guy down. What an athlete.
From deep, it's Evans. Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even, bringing it out of the end zone. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Looking downfield, it's Overton. Got his man. Still on his feet at the 45. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield. See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Wide receiver going in motion. Holds it, looking for a crease. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be 1st down.
And that's a nice job by this QB. Great job. You show patience, right? Like, if they don't come take me, I'm going to keep running. That's how I go pick up another 1st down, move the sticks, and this offense can keep churning.
On 1st and 10 from the 38. Straight ahead, it's Reeder. Tackled after a short gain. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Escapes the pressure to his right. He'll try to do it himself. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels.
And he's just proving it time and time again, man. He has that feel. He obviously has the ability to pick up and put them down and go get 1st downs, but I think the timing of when to scramble and when not to scramble, he's really got that figured out, and you could tell it's going to be a...
Snags it, and there's running room. He's stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11.
And we've seen him do it by land, right? They've been handing him the football, and he's been finding space, making some plays, and now he does it by air. They find him, throw him the football, proving to be a dual threat. This is a guy they like to feature in this offense because he'll continue to make big plays.
The Gamecocks been the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Looking to pass, it's Overton. Here comes the heat. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
The bad news is it's incomplete, but the good news was the quarterback, I think, made the right decision that time, actually throwing it away. He's been burned a couple times early in this one with some picks in this game, and so that time, instead of trying to force the play and make something happen out of nothing, he just throws it away. The defense wins that down. You live to play another day.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. remaining seconds of the first half. Let's see how they handle it. Sees an alley. He'll push his way forward for a few, and the clock will continue to run. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. One more snap coming before halftime. Got enough for the first down. He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connors.
Fellas, welcome into our EA Sports Studios here in Orlando, the Week 2 edition of our College Football Update Show. We begin our coverage with Alabama, taking on the number 5 team, the Texas Longhorns. And it's the Crimson Tide, eyeing a second win after the opening week loss. They're on top here in the first half. Here now some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
The Gamecocks offense heads out to see what they can put together here. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Paul? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1. Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. Looking downfield, it's Duckworth. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And I think that time he was trusting his pocket awareness and his arm a little bit too much. You've got to remember, you're one of the best athletes in the country playing the position. If you see a crease, you just got to take off and get it.
He'll try to make the catch in traffic. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. They'll stop play here as they have a look at this injured Gamecock. Training staff out there checking on this freshman linebacker. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. Throwing Simmons. Makes a catch. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. Way too much grabbing and tugging there. The offense will take advantage of the penalty. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. He's changing the play. Wants to throw one first. Out wide left, it's James. Brought down at the 39 after a pickup of 10. It'll be a first down. Missouri wants to go fast.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
They want to run this quarterback. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down.
quarterbacks generally, guys, we know, they're not as big and not as physical runners as running backs. So it is going to be trickier for them to break tackles. I like the idea of getting the design quarterback run game going. But moving forward, let's see if we can get him out to the perimeter.
Simmons unloads to the wideout. Left side, it's Terry. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. The Tigers will have it 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a space. Touchdown, Tigers! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half. The AT unit on the field. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish it up with a 15-yard scoring toss. He'll bring it out. It's Sellers. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They're down by a touchdown, but hoping to dial up some plays and pull even in what's turning out to be a really good football game. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. And they grab it in the end zone.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. They're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
Second down from the 20, and they just need a yard. From his end zone, a lot of room to throw downfield. The heat got to him, and he just sort of froze and got tackled in the end zone for a safety.
Great job on the safety there. And how about the D tackle just collapsing the pocket? There was nowhere for the quarterback to step up into to try to buy himself some time. That D tackle walked his man right into the lap of the QB, and he gets the safety.
The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Got it behind the line. It's Lanier. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you could tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that route.
Short completion on first down, and here they are with 2nd and 8. The give is to Smith. Bring him down. Missouri gets to the line quickly. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Quarterback changing the play. From the gun on 3rd down, Simmons. Delivers the stiff arm. Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide, and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Here's Simmons to throw. Rush right in his face. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Dropping back, it's Simmons. They're all over it. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
Austin Simmons wants to fire again. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. Missouri will have to send out the punt team. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. On the return. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Sells the run, wants to pass. Looking for a huge play. And just too much on that pass. Too high, too wide, out of bounds, and incomplete.
Nice job by the defense there, taking all throws away from the quarterback. He had nowhere to put that football in the field to play, so that ball obviously had to go out of bounds.
Second and long here. The run inside. It's Reeder. Oh, he's got some space.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. A run for the quarterback. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35. And the Gamecocks getting set on 1st and 10. Wants to throw. It's Overton. Look out! He just throws it away, and I think the flag's going to be coming in. There it is. Still second down, but now the offense is operating behind the chains. Running inside. It's Reeder. He just carries it face long into a brick wall and has nothing to show for it again. That's the end of the quarter, and Missouri has the lead. And we've reached the end of the third, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. Now just about ready to snap as the start of the fourth. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Throwing right. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. The quarterback's mistake pushes the ball back in the shadow of his own goalpost. The Gamecocks will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Field this one in tight quarters. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he splits the uprights on the extra point. They couldn't draw up a drive better than that one. Just gashed him for the big play in the running game. One snap, one touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. It's Sellers. He only needs a sliver of daylight. They get him out of bounds at the 46, and he sets him up with terrific field position on that return. South Carolina's offense heads out to get this drive started. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. Looking downfield, it's Overton. Fires to the right. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds.
Well, we've got a close game here at the start of the 4th quarter, right? This team obviously is down, but they're not playing it close to the vest. Being aggressive, first play of the drive, trying to throw it down the field. They're going to have to complete some of these if they're going to get this comeback win in this game.
Long way to go on 2nd down. The play fake. Oh, pressure's coming. Off the bench, arm loose, but the first one is incomplete.
And a lot of times when you see running backs catch the football, man, they've got a little bit of space to operate. That's great coverage. Being right there when he catches the ball to deliver the hit, to make sure he doesn't secure the catch, elite coverage.
3rd and long right here. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down. down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Unleashes one. Makes a catch. 1st down and maybe a lot more. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive.
Now, what a great second effort by the receiver there. Catches the football. He knows he's got to get some yards to get that 1st down. Nice job understanding that, getting to the sticks and getting the 1st down.
And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. They'll send the back in motion. Wants to throw again. Caught. Touchdown, Gamecocks. Nice catch and good work. Forward to get it into the end zone. They want to see if they can score the deuce. Looking to throw. He's got it in the end zone. The 2-point conversion is good, and we have a 1-possession game late. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. That last score the defense allowed made it a 1-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. Making the adjustment on the play. Throwing Simmons. Good timing on the quick out. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going.
I'll be honest, man. If I had the weapons these guys had offensively, I'd be staying aggressive too. It's what got them to this point. It's why they have the lead here in the 4th quarter. Take some shots when those opportunities present themselves.
They've got a 1st down here. Want to start us, Ben, to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, 4th quarter. Couldn't ask for anything more. In the backfield, it's Huffman. Breaks into the open. Knocked out of bounds at the 46 after the good pickup on that one.
You know, there used to be a time in college football where tight ends were just possession receivers. You throw it to them and they'd go down right away. Not this guy. That was a short throw. And then he shows you the athleticism once he has the ball in his hands. That's why he is such a tough matchup for any defense. Man, he's a problem.
He is snowed under, nowhere to go, and it'll be 2nd and long. All wideouts, no backs. Simmons. Under pressure. Knocked down after a pickup of maybe 2, and man, that pursuit, they had their hair on fire.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Lined up in the gun. Here's Simmons on 3rd. Unloads in the nick of time.
And that doesn't happen very often. That's their go-to guy. I love the way they move him around the field, and they try to attack the middle with him to get the ball in his hands and let him do some damage. And he shows you the drop. Okay, it's in there, but it doesn't happen very often.
So Missouri will have to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the ball comes to rest right there. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. That hole closed quickly, a pickup of 1 to the 15.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
They'll need a bunch on second down. Back in motion, trying to clear the picture. Just going to keep it after the snap. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
3rd and 6 yards to go. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. He'll go out of bounds at the 28-yard line, and deep in your own end, you need plays like that.
And a running back who can take a dump-off pass like that and take it for a gain, that can really be a quarterback's best friend. It's an easy way to rack up touches, but also get the ball to your playmaker in open space.
And the Gamecocks will snap it on 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Overton. Still looking to his right. Now he's looking into the middle. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on 1st down.
The offense has got to find something here in the 4th quarter. You can tell pressing a little bit. They need that big play. They want that big play to try to make this game a better ball game. Took the shot, unsuccessful, but I wouldn't be surprised if they take some more of those.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Makes the catch. It's Sellers. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes. Only a pickup of a couple. Third and 6 yards to go. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. The offense has plenty of time, and this defense trying to dig in and get one more stop and hang on to this lead. He wants to throw it again. Takes a hit as he fires. Just got rid of that one.
And now with that play, for this offense, it's got to have it time. Now, I'm going for it on 4th down. Obviously, a field goal does nothing, but I got 3 timeouts, and that is a good thing. Because I have those in my pocket, I can attack the whole field. I just got to focus in on the yardage to get this 4th down and move the sticks.
Down a possession here in the 4th, and they'll need to convert on this 4th down. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. Looking to the big tight end. Knocked down, but he's got enough to move the chains and convert that 4th down. Everybody has to do the tip drill, DBs and receivers, and it worked out this time for the offense.
That's exactly what you want as a defender. Just get your hand on the football, let that thing bounce, and you see so many big plays made, but it was the opposite. It goes right to the wide receiver, makes the play, makes the catch. Man, that's frustrating for a defense.
The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied, and the timeout is gone. Got his man. Run ends there.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game.
The name of the game right now is getting yards and getting them in chunks. However you want to do that. I'm fine running the football, but you've got to be more productive than what we've seen on these last 2 plays.
They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. From the gun, wants to pass. Quick completion on the out route. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough to pick up the first down.
And look, I know they don't have a big explosive play on this drive, but you gotta love the way the quarterback is making good decisions. He's reading coverage. The ball is going where it needs to go, and as a result, this offense is piling up first downs.
The Gamecocks go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Drops back on first down. Rush is on. Good job just to get rid of that one.
I think the frustrating thing for this offense at this point is they've had a lot of success, and still they find themselves down on the scoreboard. And so I think if you're going to get back in this game, you've got to go back to the well. Think about the play calls that have worked for you in this game, where you found success, where you found your explosive plays. Don't be afraid to call those plays again right now in this 2-minute situation.
2nd down, gonna throw it. Turns it upfield. They'll stop him at the 41, but he's got 10 yards, and they'll move the chains. They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the first down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. They're putting together a really good drive here, just carving up this defense.
And this offense is doing it in the air. They're being very successful, not getting pressure on the quarterback from this defense. Late in this ball game, got to do a better job pressuring the quarterback and making him feel uncomfortable.
Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and matriculating the ball down the field. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
And this is a tough spot now to be in for this offense because it's 3rd and long. The defense knows you have to pass the football, so they're going to be playing conservative. So what's your play you can dial up? Maybe get half of this back. Like, I know the clock is ticking, but I got to make sure that I maybe cut this down and make it a more manageable 4th down if I don't complete this 3rd and long.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Finds his tight end. Brought down at the 37-yard line, and this defense denies them on 3rd down. Timeout called by the offense. 29 seconds left on the clock.
And we haven't called his name a lot, and I think this offense, they need to find a way to continue to manufacture touches for the big tight end. And I don't care how you do it. I don't care where you line him up. He's that good, and if I'm this offense, I'm going to find him more often.
Gotta make the play on 4th. Out wide left, it's Sellers. Out of bounds, well short of the line to gain. He had 3 or 4 more yards to go, and it'll be a turnover on down. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. And the quarterback's just going to take a knee. Guys, if you want to go strictly by the rankings, I guess this was an upset, but to my eyes, we saw 2 really good teams